Hello, friends! Pets make every house feel like a home. They make the atmosphere more comfortable and warm, helping their owners unwind after a hard day's work, lifting their spirits up. Traditionally, cats and dogs are the most popular pets. However, some families decide to take in animals that most people aren't used to keeping at home. Some people choose to show their love for exotic things in this way, while others enjoy the feeling of a continuous adrenaline rush. After all, these exotic pets are often predators. Unfortunately, such decisions often end tragically. Thus, despite all the available information, the man of our story, Casey Anderson, chose to keep a 300-kilogram grizzly bear at his home. This man believed that the bear could never attack him. The bear was so much more to him than just a pet. So he thought that the bear had to live like a person, have breakfast at the family table, relax on the sofa, and swim in the pool. Casey Anderson loved animals ever since he was a little kid. Even back then, he already knew that he would definitely end up in animal rescue. However, there was no way Casey could have ever known that this expedition would change his life forever. On this fateful journey, a group of rescuers accidentally discovered tiny grizzly bears in the forest. It turned out that the cubs' mother was killed by poachers. The cubs would never have been able to survive on their own, so Casey decided to take them with him. Only one bear survived, and the man thought that he should keep and raise the cub at his home, and so he named the bear Brutus. Time went by, and Casey got very attached to the little foundling. It made sense. He did raise the cub, surrounding the little thing with love and care since he was 2 weeks old. At first, Brutus lived in Anderson's house, and when he grew up, the man set up a special enclosure for him in the yard. But the bear still came inside the house every day. He could sit on the couch or have breakfast at the table with the family. And sometimes, the bear would go swimming in the pool or sunbathing by it. To this day, Brutus is more than happy to do all of the above. Also, the animal loves to sleep, play, eat marshmallows, and always be in the spotlight. This bear is incredibly funny. He always does things that make everyone around him laugh. Casey and Brutus have a special bond. The bear sincerely supports his friend when he's feeling down by carefully listening to him and placing his paw on the man's shoulder. Casey says that Brutus always does what the man needs and understands him much better than anyone else. The bear was even the best man at Casey's wedding. Anderson believes that Brutus is 90% animal and 10% human because he does all the things people do. Moreover, he has never shown any aggression towards people. But Casey still chooses to keep Brutus away from strangers. The bear gets to hang out with the people he knows. Anderson isn't the least bit worried that the bear may attack him someday. He doesn't just know Brutus's behavior, but can actually predict his every move. If the bear is misbehaving, Casey scolds him a little, and then the animal apologizes by licking and kissing the owner. Anderson doesn't think that it would be better to let his pet go into the wild. The man is confident that his bear wouldn't be able to survive there because he spent his entire childhood without a mother and didn't get to learn any survival or hunting skills. The best place for Brutus is where he grew up, where his family is. Casey is very unhappy about the fact that everyone around him keeps saying how dangerous bears are. People are convinced that these animals are killers, but in reality, bears often rush to flee when they see people. Meanwhile, the man doesn't call on anyone to keep bears at home. Even though he's sure about his Brutus, he can't know how other bears might behave. Nevertheless, a bear is a predator. One should never forget about it. Even knowing all the intricacies of keeping this kind of animal in his house, Casey still observes all the precautions. Brutus and Casey have been living together for over 10 years, and they aren't going to part. These two spend all their free time together. It's too bad that most people believe that grizzly bears are terrible and ferocious animals that pose a great threat to humans. In fact, bears don't see people as potential prey unless they're starving because of an illness or old age. As Len McDougall eloquently put it, a man is to a grizzly bear what a skunk is to a man. Annoying? Yes, but otherwise, it's of no interest. And next in our episode today is an equally unusual pet. Nobumitsu Murabayashi, a resident of the city of Nagano, Japan, surprises the locals and tourists every day by walking his caiman on the streets of the metropolis. 40 years ago, the man bought a baby caiman at a festival of exotic animals at the request of his son. He probably didn't really know what this animal would look like in adulthood. His pet eventually grew into a 2-meter caiman, weighing 46 kilos. Nobumitsu also had no idea that the caiman would live for so long. "I never thought he would grow that big. So many years have passed since I bought it," said the man. The Japanese man loves spending time with his cold-blooded pet. He brushes the caiman's teeth every day and often takes him to bathe in the fountains. The animal loves it. The owner claims that Caiman-san is a very kind, gentle, and docile animal that would never harm anyone. He lives in a family, loves walking with his master, and allows other people to pet him, and sometimes he even carries small children on his back. To get to keep the caiman as a pet, Nobumitsu applied for permission from the Japanese government, which approved the request of the Nagano resident to take care of the animal. Nobumitsu made sure the caiman had all the conditions for a comfortable stay at the 2-room apartment. The man's wife doesn't share his same warm feelings for the crocodile, which freely walks around the house and is considered to be a full-fledged member of the family. To be able to walk the predator out on the street, Nobumitsu had to get another special permission from the authorities, and also sign documents saying that he accepted full responsibility for the caiman's actions. Thanks to Caiman-san, Nobumitsu has become a local celebrity, which helps him a lot in his work as a realtor, giving him a great advantage over his competition. The 69-year-old crocodile owner says he has to live to at least 90 years old because his pet is already 40 years old and will probably live for about another 30 years. And that's all for today, friends. Share your thoughts about this episode in the comments, and let us know what pets live at your house. Like the video, and don't forget to share it with your friends. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.